Hello, and thank you for watching my video so far. I know I'm new in the circuit, but expect to see a lot of fun and food with friends and families. And of course, the little joys in life that I value so much and we all tend to miss. Today is a great day, good weather, and I have planned for a baking session. So let's get inside and get started. Okay, I'm in my kitchen now. So we are going to start prepping up for baking banana loaf. Now this is a recipe that I have made several times and my family and my friends, they simply love it. I have shared this recipe with many and I think today I'm going to just put this up on my channel for people to make the most of it. So we'll get started with the ingredients first. I have over here 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. You need 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. You need 2 large eggs, okay? You need a cup of sugar, granulated one, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I have the vanilla essence here. I'm going to use a teaspoon of that. And the main ingredient, which is the bananas. So now you need ripened bananas. I have 2 large bananas over here and I am using the frozen ones and I'll tell you the story about it as we bake. And of course, the last ingredient over here is the walnuts. So I have some chopped walnuts already over here. Now walnuts and banana are a classic combination and they simply taste good. So I love to add walnuts to my banana loaf. But if you are not very fond of nuts, you can even avoid it. So we'll get started first with breaking 2 of the eggs in the large bowl that I have here. This is the first one and then this is the second one. As I said, we need no fancy equipment here. So I'm going to use a wire whisk and just break this yolk a bit. And then to this we are going to add 1/2 cup of the vegetable oil. So whatever vegetable oil you use at home, you can use that. I'm using a canola oil over here. I'm going to add a cup of sugar, right? Now if you like less sugar, you can go with 3/4 cups. I have done this several times. I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla essence to this mix. And now we are going to mix these ingredients together well. So we don't need to really overbeat, just enough to make it come together. And I think we have that. Okay, so you can see here. Now the next thing that we need to do is mash our bananas. So I have these 2 frozen bananas. So usually when you get bananas at home, I'm sure we all experience this. We are left with those last few bananas which are over ripened and nobody wants to eat them. So when I come to that stage, I usually freeze those bananas. And that's a great way to actually store over ripened bananas because you can use them for your banana bread and it is just perfect. Okay, I'm going to just mash. Okay, so I'm done with this. So this is here, my mashed bananas. So I'll come back to this mixture. Now to this, I'm going to add 2 large bananas, mashed ones. Now if you're having small bananas, I would recommend you use 3 of them. And here we mix all of this together. It's absolutely simple, this recipe is so simple. Okay, so we have done that. Next what we are going to do is add the flour, all-purpose flour and the baking soda. And now I'm going to sieve it. Okay. If you would have seen my earlier recipes, you would have heard me say that this helps not only to ensure that there are no lumps, but they also help to aerate the flour. Now that we have this inside, we'll just mix it well. Mix it well enough to make sure that the dry and the wet ingredients come together. It's absolutely simple, isn't it? Some of my friends love it so much that they keep requesting me to bake this once in a while. And of course, for me, the joy of baking is sharing. So I don't mind baking, and every time I bake, it's like a celebration for me. So if you see, this is how the mixture will look like, right? This has a nice and thick consistency. Now in the end, what we are going to do is add the chopped walnuts. So I've already chopped over here and I've kept. Now walnuts, if you remember, I have not set the measure earlier on because it depends upon how much you want to add. I have over here roughly 1/4 cup of chopped walnuts, but if you love more, you can always add a little bit more to your mixture. Here you go. The batter is now ready. So now that I have the mixture, I'm going to pour this mixture into this loaf pan. So this is a 9-inch loaf pan that I have. I'm going to use this spray. If you don't have a spray, you can just simply smother butter around. That should work. And now what we're going to do is gently pour this batter into this pan. There you go. Pour it gently. And I don't like to waste anything, so I'm just going to make sure that I scrape the last bit into the baking. So here you go. My oven is already preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to set this loaf pan inside the oven. And it will take roughly 1 hour to bake this loaf. So we'll now wait for an hour, and on the other side of the hour, we will have a gorgeous loaf of banana bread in our hands. So here I am. 1 hour has already passed by and my banana loaf is ready to be taken out of the oven. So here I go. Just hanging there. Ooh, I can smell the banana, the walnuts. It's amazing. Can you see how gorgeous this loaf of bread is? So I'm going to leave this on the wire rack for some time, just cool it down, and then I'm going to take it out of the pan, and then we will be ready to eat. Okay, so I've allowed the banana loaf to rest for some time. It's cooled down, and now it's time to take it out. Here I'm going to take this out. Ooh, it's gorgeous. Can you see that? See that color? I'm going to turn it around, and I have this knife here, and I'm going to slice this. I'm going to turn it around so that you can see it. Ooh, it smells so good. Can you see that? Just look at that loaf. It's just perfectly cooked. I can't wait to taste it now. So I have a little plate here. I'm going to take these couple slices that I have, and I'm going to walk outside to my patio and taste this. It's a great weather today and I don't want to miss this. So here I am in my favorite spot and I'm going to enjoy this lovely banana bread. It's so good. You can feel the crunchiness of the walnuts and of course the flavor of banana is amazing.